Welcome to Bayn by Aura, your oasis right at the border of Dubai. So this is the fantastic beach that we have right here on site. This is the exact beach that you will be enjoying as a resident of this community. We have a 1.2 kilometer line coastline over here only for the residents of this very community. We have villas over here starting at a price point of 6.5 million going all the way up to 45 million for some supremely luxurious mansions that are coming up right here. Now the coastline of Dubai, as we know, is completely diminished. Every inch of the coastline has been taken up by different projects, and right where the border of Dubai ends and Abu Dhabi begins, this is the site of this very project, Bayn by Aura. Over there already you can take a look. We are neighboring to Palm Jebel Ali, that is there in the distance. We can already see the island over there. Now just in that island versus over here, there's a huge difference in price. In fact, the prices that you can find over here for this sort of a lifestyle, a proper beachfront lifestyle, you are getting anywhere between 35 to 45% cheaper than what you can find in Dubai. And this community right here, it's going to be an ultra exclusive community. I'm talking about extremely limited supply. We have a whole new cluster that sits right in front of the beach with its own private beach. It's called Y Views. Right here, we're going to have only about 191 villas and not more than 13-14 per type of villa. So fantastic opportunity that you can find right here with this private beach to your liking. Now just take a look at the color of this water over here. The waters over here are so beautiful, crystal clear waters right here. The color of the water is absolutely amazing. And what is contributing to this very color of the water is because we have mangroves on that side of this beach and we have mangroves on the other side of the beach. They naturally purify the water and make it look so beautiful. The beaches in Dubai are not as clear as what you will find over here. This right here is a proper blue flag rated beach. The quality of the beach is same as what you would find in Saad Island or other beautiful parts of Abu Dhabi. So what's really special about Y Views at Bayn is that this is going to be a cluster that is built on elevation. As you can see behind me, you can already see that the ground is naturally elevating, but Aura is going to be making an elevation of about 25 meters at the top, and each villa sits on different levels of elevation. So each and every villa has a view on top of the other into these beautiful seas. The villas that I'm talking about that will have the ocean view are going to be the mansions. Now they start at a price point of about 23 million going all the way up to 45 million. Then we also have these beautiful core villas, 3 and 4 bedroom, that sit at the outside periphery but still within walking distance of this very beach. Now this is a lifestyle that very limited people can actually enjoy. If you want to have a lifestyle like this in Dubai, it's going to cost you at least 40-45% more than what you would buy over here. And you are only about 25 minutes away from Palm Jumeirah. You're only about 35 minutes away from downtown and Business Bay. And I started the journey today from Dubai Marina. It took us only about 20 minutes to get here from Dubai Marina. So the location is absolutely amazing. It is right at the cusp of the Dubai and Abu Dhabi border, and you are equally accessible to each and every part of Abu Dhabi as well. You're only about 30-35 minutes away from Yas Island, and to the furthest ends of Abu Dhabi, you're less than 1 hour away. So this right here is, in my opinion, the best project that is currently available in the UAE real estate market. So we are now at the Aura Sales Center to take a look at the master plan with a closer look. So this right here, as you can see, is the beautiful master plan of Bayn by Aura. This master plan spans across an area of 52 million square feet, and 55% of this master plan is complete open and green spaces. So the actual footprint of the houses here only covers 45% of this very community. Now, let me explain to you what this community is all about. So on one end, we have the sea, And on this end, we have Sheikh Zayed Road. And this plot that you see right behind, this has been acquired by Aura from Modon. They're adding another 50 million square feet to the size of this community. So in total, the size of this community will be 100 million square feet. This at the footstep of the community, this is the commercial district where you're going to have grade A offices and also some standard office spaces. You're also going to have a full-blown medical clinic and a school within this very district. As we move along, we have the sports district that is all right there. Now name it and you have it. You have football, paddle, tennis, cricket, all kinds of sporting amenities all within that sports district. And not just sporting, you also have training facilities, so you and your kids can actually go and get better at these sports right here with all the training facilities. Moving along right here, we're going to have a community mall that is going to be coming up right here, and right in front of that you're going to see the man-made lagoon that's coming up right there. As we move along, we have this space right here. Now this is the entertainment district where we're going to have 4 different branded beach clubs. We're going to have the Silver Sands Hotel and Resorts, and also we're going to have some beautiful retail and commercial spaces right here for cafes, restaurants, and all kinds of high-end dining spaces right here. Something that is very similar to what happened in La Mer is all going to be coming up right here. So this is going to be a special part of the community. And this beach that you see right here, this is a 1.2 kilometer long beach for the residents of this very community. Now this stretch of beach is going to be accessible to each and every member of the community, and this other stretch that you see right here, this is going to be exclusively for the residents of only the Y Views cluster right here. We're going to talk about this cluster in more detail, but let me tell you what has been launched in this community so far. So we had the waterway cluster, then we had Lagoons 1 and Lagoons 2. In total, about 600 units were launched right here, and all of them have been completely sold out on the launch day. What's really special about these that you can see right here is that each and every home inside of this community is a single row home. Every villa right here has beautiful backing and nothing to obstruct their views when they're on the backside. They have parks, they have green belts before the next houses. So that is something very special, because Aura could have easily doubled up the supply within this community to increase their profits, but they chose to make it a very exclusive, low supply community with a lot of privacy for end users. So this is what the end users want. Like, there's so many top tier developers today that have all back-to-back townhouses. That really takes away from the privacy aspect. It really hampers the experience of living inside a townhouse because your privacy is taken away. So all of the houses right here are single row houses. That's something really special. We had 3 and 4 bedroom townhouses right here, and then we had 3, 4 and 5 bedroom villas as well. All of them have been sold out. As we move along to our final cluster that we have right here, this is Y Views, and this is the best cluster and the most exclusive cluster that you'll find inside of this community. Now this cluster is built on elevation. So this land that you see right here is elevated at the highest point. It is about 25 meters above the sea level, and each and every one of these villas facing the waters are going to have beautiful sea views, unobstructed sea views, all on top of each other. So this is a very special concept. This is something similar that we've seen in Etihad Island as well by Modon. And speaking about Modon, this plot that is right here is owned by Modon, and Aura has acquired the plot from Modon in a JV, and they're developing this right here, and the plot next to it will be a plot where Modon will develop their own community. So this stretch of land is going to have a lot of development in the future as well. Also, this is a canal that they're dredging out that will have the natural seawater flow into it, and over here you're going to have 204 yacht berth parkings over here for the yachts. So just imagine the high-end elite of residents of this community on those mansions can access this community via their yacht, and then they have access by the waters to all of the islands of Dubai. We're talking about Palm Jebel Ali, we're talking about Saad Island. All of these will be accessible by yacht as well. So that really elevates the living experience of the clients right here. Now, Y Views, we have a bigger model. I'll explain to you about Y Views in more detail. So let's go there. So this right here is the most beautiful cluster within Bayn. This is called Y Views. Now, this is special for many reasons. Number one, is that this beach right here is going to be private and accessible only for the members of the Y Views cluster. So only the residents inside of this cluster will be able to enjoy this particular beach. The other side of the beach is going to be for the rest of the community. What I really love about this is that it is extremely exclusive. Now each row is a different type of villa that you see right here, and for example, the first row is going to be sold as plots, and there's only 12 of this beachfront plots that you have right here. Second row will also be plots, and there's only 14 of these available right here. Now the first villas that Aura will be building will be called the Seaward Villas. Now these are on the third row on 16 meters of elevation. So the first row is 5 meters, 10 meters elevation, 16 meters, 20 meters, 24 meters, and finally these are going to be at 30 meters of elevation. So let's talk about the Seaward. Now the built up area right here is going to be 15,800 square feet of built up area. The plots are going to range from 16,000 all the way up to 23,000 square feet of plot area, and the prices over here start at 44 million dirhams. Now this beautiful villa is going to give you 6 car parking. It's going to give you a 16-meter long pool inside of the community that will be built by Aura, and all of these villas, whichever of these villas have pools, will be coming with the pools built in, with the elevators built in. Also all the soft landscaping that is inside of the villas will be coming as it is. So when you do get the handover, the villas will be extremely presentable. It will not be with a sandy backyard. It's going to have nice beautiful grass and landscaping done as it is. So it's going to really increase the appeal of these villas when they hand over. Let's talk about the fourth row of villas that we have right here. These are the Sunray Villas, 6,850 square feet of built up area, 11,000 to 15,000 square feet of plot area. Extremely special because to the front you have views of the sea, and to the back you have this massive park over here that you'll have fantastic views on the backside, and you can also have direct access to these parks right here. Now let's talk about the fifth row that we have right here, and these are the Sunward Villas. Now these are also extremely special kind of villas because these are a step down kind of a villa. So you enter on the street level and then you go down into your backyard level. So that is something that is very special about these villas. Now in terms of numbers, they're almost 9,200 square feet of built up area and 12,000 to 15,000 square feet of plot area. Fantastic villas that you have right here, and these are going to be at around 25 million dirhams. This row in front of it is going to be around 22 million dirham starting price. On top, we have these mega mansions at 50,000 square feet of land area, and these are reserved for VVIP clients. It's only going to be available upon request after they take a look at your background. Let's talk about these villas as well. These are called the Everview Villas. Now these are going to be only 28. The other villas, the first row is only 12, 14, 13 and 13. So as you see, each type has very limited number of villas, and there's going to be very low competition when it comes to sell, because I believe majority of these buyers will be end users and they won't be looking to sell their units. So when the market opens up for resale, I believe only a handful of each type of unit will ever be on sale. So that will make it very easy for you for resellability to get those big premiums at the time of handover. Let's talk about Everviews. These are going to be 28 villas over here, and this canal is going to be dredged out and the seawater is going to be flowing. Now this might seem like a small canal, but this is going to be 75 meters of water right in front of you along with the sandy beach. This entire stretch is going to be almost 100 meters in length. So that's going to be a lot of distance between these villas over here. Now these are also, this villa is on the 5-meter elevation. The one behind it is going to be up 15 meters of elevation, and the villa on top is going to be on 25 meters of elevation. So these villas are also going to have fantastic views towards the sea, towards the canal, because even on this side of the community, you're going to have the extended beach. So all these villas will be overlooking onto the beach and the sunset. So these were all the bigger villas, the luxury villas. But over here, we also have what we call the core villas. Now these core villas are extremely special as well, because these are starting at a price point of 6.5 million dirhams for the 3 beds, which are on the outer row, only 22 in number. And then we have the 4-bedroom core villas right here, which are about 40 in number. So again, very limited supply over here. And just take a look. All of these are single row villas, and the gaps between the villas, like this park right here, is 17 meters in width at the minimum point, and at the maximum point it is 30 meters in width. So there's a lot of distance between the villas, lots of greenery and park right behind the villas, just all of these villas. So all of these villas will be extremely beautiful, very good price entry, because we're looking at around 2,200 dirham per square foot for these villas, and we're looking at around 2,800 dirhams for the luxury villas. The price point is extremely appealing to be right here. We're talking 40%, 45% cheaper than any competition on the seafront in Dubai. Now, what's also very special about this cluster right here is there's going to be so much green landscaping that's going to be done right here. There's going to be a sports club over here as well with multiple sporting courts. On that side, we also have a wellness and a beach club that is going to be accessible to all the residents inside of the community. If you are not a resident of this community, this is going to be with paid membership. So anyone inside here has free access to the wellness center and beach club that's going to be inside the community as well. Let me also tell you about the core villas, because these are also built on elevation. So the second row is on top of the first, and this row is on top of the other. So all of these are on elevations as well. So if you are in one of these villas, you get views of the entire community with the lagoons that are passing over there, the canal and the lagoon. So fantastic views for these as well. So these villas have views on top of the other, and these have the views on top of these. So again, the planning that has been done over here is at such a high scale. So we can't end the video without discussing about the incredible team that Aura has put together to actually execute the project. So let me tell you about the names that are working on this project. So the main project management consultant is Mace International. Now they're the ones who were behind Expo 2020, One Za'abeel, and Dubai and Bluewaters. And then next we had the lead design consultant, which is Diwan Architects and Engineers. Now they have done projects in Abu Dhabi, the W Hotel on Yas Island, address fountain views in downtown, Central Park project in City Walk, and the enabling contractor over here is National Marine Dredging Company, NMDC. Now they did Palm Jumeirah, Yas Island and Saad Island. Now all these islands were executed by this very contractor. The concept design consultant is 10 Design. Now they were the consultants for Bluewaters and also Ashjar and Seventh Heaven in Al Barari. And the master planning and infrastructure consultant is WSP. Now they're the ones behind Burj Khalifa and also the entire Dubai metro network. Let's also talk about the construction supervision consultant AECOM Middle East. Now they have executed the Abu Dhabi International Airport, Zayed International Airport, and also the Louvre Museum on Saad Island. And finally, let's talk about the main contractor of this project who will actually be executing the construction work. Now this is UNIC. It's the same developer that Miras is using for the Acres project, the same contractor that Majid Al Futem used for Tilal Al Ghaf Villas. Nadal Shiba Gardens is also by Miras, which is also being done by UNIC. All of these high-end projects have been executed by UNIC. So the team behind the project is extremely qualified to be undertaking such project. Bayn by Aura, though it is Aura's first project, the team that they've assembled to actually execute the project is top tier in the region. So I'm really confident that this project will be delivered as per promise, and I feel like this is definitely one of the best projects in the UAE to be investing right now. So if you're interested in this project, do not hesitate and reach out to me at the earliest. And for now, this is Saad by Realtor signing off.